Hi again. In this video, I want to give you an overview of the class and show you how what's going to be set up. So if you're new to D2L, you're going to first log into my PCC. I'm logged in here already. And then you can either click on the computer icon that might be behind my video, or you can scroll down to quick links and D2L Brightspace login. Brightspace or D2L mean the same thing. Okay, so that takes you to your D2L or Desire to Learn homepage. You should see a little box for each class that you're taking here. I'm going to click into our class. And then I'm going to change myself to a student so it looks more like yours does. Okay, great. So the first thing I want to tell you is this is a compressed summer class. So instead of 10 or 11 weeks, we're doing all the same content in 8 weeks. So first thing, I want to make sure you don't have too heavy of a schedule in the summer, especially if you're doing multiple compressed classes. That is a lot. So please make sure you have the time in your schedule to do these classes and double check all the dates in for the classes you're registered for, okay? So if you have concerns, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you find another class that works better for you. This is also a fully online class. So web or online means we don't have any synchronous meetings. So no Zoom, no in-person, nothing like that. I am still here for you by email, phone. I have Zoom help hours, and we have help forums as well. And the only time we will be meeting that we have to meet is for the proctored exam. So there'll be 2 times that we'll meet on Zoom for tests, the midterm and the final. And I'll talk more about that. There are also in-person options available if you prefer. Once you read the materials, if you say, oh, this is too much, I want to come to campus and take a test in person, you can do that with the testing centers, and I'll talk more about that as well. Okay, but first let's do an overview of the course. So here is our course, and here's my picture right here and my information, my office hours. I did have to change my Thursdays from when I sent out what I sent in the email. So I'll fix that in the syllabus as well. So Mondays 4 to 5 p.m. and Thursdays noon to 1 p.m. I will be on Zoom, so that's a good time for you to just pop on and ask questions. Here's our welcome announcement, and this is where you'll see these videos. So I'm making an updated one of this second video right here. So I'll put it right there. There's welcome to statistics, which you've already hopefully watched. This one, and then after this we'll walk you through a typical module, so what 1 week looks like, sort of the pattern for the course, and then My Open Math, that is our free online homework system. This video will walk you through setting up your account and getting started in that. A few more tips under here in the announcement. Go ahead and read those. Okay, so that's our course homepage, and if you click course home, you'll get back to this, or if you click this title, you'll get back to this page. The little house takes you out to all of your courses, or this also allows you to switch easily between different classes as well. Okay, so let me go across the top here. Content has all of the content for the class, the videos and all that stuff. Discussions will have our introductory discussion post, and then optional asking question places there as well. Assignments is a shortcut to get you to each of our graded assignments. These are the ones that I'm going to give you detailed feedback on. You can get to everything in content, but these are some shortcuts up here. Zoom is another way to get to the Zoom office hours. My Open Math will take you outside to the My Open Math free online work system. I'm going to save that for the next video. Textbook takes you to our free online textbook. For this book, I really recommend trying it online before you decide if you want to buy the paper copy or not. A lot of students find they don't need the textbook very much, and it's not the most readable book, so I definitely suggest trying it out online, see if you like it, see if it's helpful, and then decide if you want to buy. Quizzes, we'll have some check your understanding quizzes every week. This is a shortcut where you can get there if you like. Grades is where you can see all of the graded items in the course. You can see all the check your understanding quizzes, all the graded problem sets, participation worksheets, midterm, final, and then there's the finals down below the recording window there, but you can always check your progress there. Class progress also helps you check your class progress if you're interested in that. And there's also a class list feature. You can use that to email me or anyone else in the class. There's also help, which has some different videos. Student help desk. If you're having any kind of technological issue, the student help desk people are really wonderful. I call them faculty help desk, but I call them all the time. There's some online tutoring, accessibility information. Okay, let's go more in depth into content because that's where you'll spend most of your time. You'll go to this overview page at first, and I just want to acknowledge that in math and statistics, primarily white voices have been centered. So in one of my goals is to include more voices and have an anti-racist teaching practice. So this is Dr. David Blackwell, who is really famous for the Rao-Blackwell theorem, among other things. So I wanted to feature him as well. There's a longer biography if you want to read more about her. Okay, next thing is I'm going to go through these first few modules here. So this Intro to Online Learning, this module is the same in every online class. So if you've gone through these before, you don't necessarily need to do them again unless you want to refresh your memory on something. These are all about D2L, technology, online communication guidelines, resources at PCC, things like that. So if you're really familiar, you don't need to go through that unless you want to. Then you're going to start right here in our course information module. Okay? And the idea is to complete this by the end of the day on the first Wednesday. There's a lot in this class, and you also need to get going in module 1 in the first week. So that's why I have a short turnaround here. So this gives us our course information introduction. This is essentially what we'll be doing in this module. And then you can navigate forward using these arrows, or you can go back here and go to the next thing. I'll do a little bit of both. The next page has the learning outcomes for our course, so you're welcome to read all those. It has the overall ones and then the ones for sort of by module. It's very detailed. Then I have, you may have seen an Indigenous land acknowledgement before, which I think is really important. And I've added to it a data sovereignty acknowledgement because not only do we need to recognize the land that was taken, but also with regard to data, it's really important that people have control over their own data. So, please do read that, and there's some more information and resources at the bottom. Interested in more. Okay, here's a page about me. If you'd like to read a little bit more about my background, feel free to do that. Then we get to our syllabus. I won't go through the entire thing. I'll just point out a few things. But the first is that I do believe that you belong here, and every student belongs at PCC. And so I have this acknowledgement of that at the beginning here. And then this quote really sums up the philosophy of my class. It's from a former student. The biggest thing I bring with me today is that who controls the numbers has a big say in what narrative is constructed for them. Knowledge and being able to share that knowledge is power. I'm inspired by you to seek meaning in the numbers in ways I haven't before. So I do have a social justice theme to this class, and that is kind of sums up the overall philosophy for the purpose of this class. So we will be looking at some real data, some social justice topics, and the intention is empowerment in being able to say what the numbers mean and in order to create change. Okay, so here is all of our basic course information and my information, how to contact me. I do need to update this. Thursday will be noon to 1 p.m. And please feel free to reach out for any question, big or small. Even if you feel like you're really stuck, usually I can help get you unstuck in about anywhere from 5 to 15 to 20 minutes. Of course, we can spend longer, but often we can get you unstuck pretty quickly. So please don't hesitate to reach out. And then here are our class materials. This is the course ID and the enrollment key for the MyOpenMath homework system. Okay, so I think that's as much as I'm gonna do on the syllabus right now. Please go ahead, it'll show you more detail about each type of assignment, the grading scheme and all of that. But the thing I really want to show you is our weekly pattern, okay? And this will become evident in the Module 1 video as well. So our weeks go from Monday to the next Monday. So on Monday, you can begin the module content. It's often usually open early anyway. As long as it's ready, it's open early. So feel free to start earlier as well if you're ready. But the first thing you're going to do is watch the videos and take notes. You can show you where to get the pages to take notes on, or you can use the Word documents or plain paper. Then by Thursday, you have some check your understanding quizzes due. These are short conceptual quizzes, so just to make sure you're understanding and keeping up, you have unlimited tries on these. So keep going until you get 100%. Then you'll be working on these participation worksheets, and you have the solutions available to you. So you're still working, you're still practicing, you have the solutions. If you have questions, attend office hours, tutoring, post questions in the forums, email me, all that good stuff. Then the next Monday, 2 things are due each week. The online homework in MyOpenMath, and then a graded problem set uploaded to the assignment folder. So as you're working on those things, that's when you can reach out for help if you need. Okay, and that's what each module looks like. So ideally you'll be finishing hopefully before Monday, but I make it Monday night just so you can ask questions if you're stuck on a couple things. Come to my help hours on Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Okay, so we'll have 2 tests, like I mentioned before. We'll have 2 tests. We are proctoring virtually on Zoom, so there'd be a lot more information about that. I am giving, because I'm new to this, I'm giving 2 different times to hopefully have fewer people at each one to start with. So I'll probably send out a survey as it gets closer to find out who wants to come to each time. So I'm going to have a Tuesday evening time for both the midterm and the final, and then a Wednesday morning time. So hopefully one of those will work out. If not, you can email me and I'll connect you with the testing center. You can make an appointment with them. And that can be either in person if you decide I would like to do it in person, or it could be a makeup virtual test at a different time. Okay, now here's our course calendar. So some students like to print this out and treat it like a checklist. There's a lot of stuff in our course information module. So these are all the things you're doing in this first few days. You can check these all off. I will reach out to you if you haven't finished anything or you missed one thing, but please do complete those in order to stay in the class. If I will reach out to you before dropping anyone. So as long as you're in contact with me, you'll be fine. And then here's what we're doing in each module. So you can see kind of the similar pattern. You're going to watch the videos and take notes. Then you have CYU quizzes, MyOpenMath homework, and a graded problem set. So modules 1, 2, 3 are just like that. Module 4 is a little different because we have our midterm. And then we have a smaller amount of information after the midterm. And then weeks 5, 6, 7 are back to the regular pattern. And then module 8 is our final test. Okay, so it's going to go really fast. Okay. Go to the next thing in here. Okay, the next thing, take some time to read this Student Guide to Virtually Proctored Exams. It goes through everything you need, and as far as, let me show you a little bit. So what's important is to be able to take this on a computer and to have a view of your workspace. So I will not be monitoring or looking around your room, have you, show me around your room at all, just the actual workspace, okay? So something like this, where I can see your paper, and then you'll also be sharing your screen because we'll be using a lot of computer apps, free apps to take the test online, okay? Well, we'll do a practice setup. I'll have opportunities for setup before and all of that good stuff. Okay, so please do take some time. There's like do's and don'ts. These are good workspace views and these are not good workspace views. So I'll write more about that as it gets closer, okay? Please do take some time to read about that. And I'm going to go back and just see where I am in this module here. Do all that. Okay, great. So after you've read through that proctored exam info, here's a survey for you. And what this does is it just says, I've read this, and then you get to decide, I would like to take my exams virtually, or I would like to opt out of that and take my exams in person, okay? And then here's a few more specific situations. So virtually with me, or you may have test accommodations through Accessible Ed, so you can mark that there. If you prefer to take your test in person or need to because of technology requirements, you're welcome to do that. Or if you have a scheduling conflict, let me know that as well, okay? So I'll reach out to you based on what you mark in there. Okay, back to our list here. Treat this like a checklist. Let's go through in the order there. Okay, so after the survey about proctored exams, there's a link to MyOpenMath, and that is so you can get your account set up and do the orientation. And that'll be in the next video, so I'm not gonna do that one right now. That'll be in the next video. Okay, and then in this first module here, we have an introduction discussion. So that just gives us a chance to all connect with each other. So you can introduce yourself to your classmates, talk about, this is a list of what to take here. And then you're also going to put in an image either of yourself or something about you, something that represents you. Tell us why you chose that. Okay. And then this, I think I put this due by Thursday or Friday. It'll say in there, right here, but it'll say in there. And then by the next Monday, please reply to at least 2 classmates. And here's some suggestions as far as what to reply with. And then the last thing in this intro module is a mathography. This is where you'll just be writing to me. So I would be the only one seeing this. So here's what to write about. And if you have any concerns or anything specific you would like to let me know, this is a good place to do that, okay? So I won't be replying very much, if at all, on the discussions, but I'll be writing to each one of you on your mathography, okay? I will read all the introductions. I really enjoy reading those and seeing your papers. Okay, then, okay, sorry, there are a couple more things here. There's this is optional, a discussion topic about asking questions. So if you get stuck on anything or you're not sure where to find something, feel free to post there. You can post anonymously in this one if you like. And then last thing in this intro module is the first Check Your Understanding quiz, and it's the quiz over this introduction module. Okay? Some people call it a syllabus quiz. It's a little more broad than that. Again, you have unlimited prize. Okay? Okay, so that is everything in the course introduction. That's where you're going to start. Ideally complete by Wednesday, but reach out to me if you have any questions. And then this is the next really important thing I want to show you. These are the pages. If you want to print out the pages for the entire term at once, you can do that right here. So they're in 3 separate files. The first one is all the lecture notes. So in the videos, I'll show you in the next video, myself in some of the videos and another instructor, Julia Trude, in some of the videos, we're writing on the notes pages, and those are the same pages so that you can write on them too. I'll show you what it looks like. It is handy if you're able to print them out because you'll see there's a lot of pre-printed information on there. That's so you don't have to write everything. You can listen and then you can fill in the parts that we're filling in. Okay? So there's 72 pages, so that's a lot of notes for this class. The second file is all the participation worksheets. So these are all the practice activities that you'll be doing, a lot of them with real data, and then practice problems. And there's one for each module, and these are 43 pages. Of course, you can print them double-sided as well. This is the practice. And then I'm going back. The last one are the graded problem sets. So these are just 2 pages per week. The front and a back side. A little slow to load. This one has a front and a back for each module. Graded problem set module 1, front and a back, and then module 2 is a front and a back. Okay, so I believe there's 7, so there's 14 of those together. Okay, so if you like, you can, the PCC libraries are open. You can check their hours here. They have computer labs where you can print. You get a $10 printing fee, or not fee, $10 printing credit per term. So you could use your $10 to print this. You could also try your local library. Some of them are still printing free from the pandemic. Some may charge. Of course, you could also go to any printing shop or if you're a printer yourself. Now, these files are also in each module as you go. So if you prefer to print as you go, you're totally welcome to do that. And also in each module, I have the Word docs. So if you prefer to type, you can use the Word docs to type. Okay, so for all of these, all of those are available in each module. So you have options. Another option is writing things on plain paper. That is also a perfectly reasonable option. Okay, great. And the last thing I want to show you in this video are the resources. Several resources. So you'll be, to upload your assignment pages, you'll be scanning them to get them all the pages in one PDF. So here's a video on how to do that in case you haven't done that before. PCC resources, in-person and virtual, financial resources, counseling, tutoring. There's free Microsoft Office for students if you weren't aware of that. This is how to access that. Zoom student guide and lots more. Okay. Okay, so that is everything in our introduction module. Then in the next video, I'll walk you through module 1. And then in the video after that, I'll walk you through the free online homework system. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video, and please reach out to me if you have any questions or if you get stuck on anything. Okay, I look forward to working with you this term. See you in the next video.